Hello and welcome to TBA. My name is Matt and this is Nicola. It's your first show.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
No, it's pretty good. I'm nervous, but it's all right.
Guys, if you want to get in contact with us throughout the show, just use the hashtag TBA. And I believe Nicola knows the first segment.
Yep. So first up, we have News of the Week.
Thanks, guys. Mark Ellis was forced to resign from the One Nation Party after a whole day of campaigning, facing backlash from the online community due to his kidnapping incident in 1994. North Korea has threatened Australia with a nuclear strike, with Darwin, the host of a United States Army base, being the target of the North Korean attack. ABZ presenter Yasmin Abdul-Majid is in hot water after tweeting about the humanitarian issues on Manus Island during Anzac Day. A white rhino named Sedan, being the only male left of its kind, has tried its luck at love by joining Tinder in a conservation effort to preserve the nearly extinct species. Thanks, guys. Back to the studio.
I hope the rhino has better luck on Tinder than I do.
And I'm sure it will. Anyways, I've just come back from Queensland and the people up there have a message for the UOW students.
Everyone sort of, was working together, getting involved from pretty much the day after the cyclone. It was awesome. Actually, during the cyclone and for the first couple of days afterwards, because we had so much sort of flooding around, people couldn't get to us. But a couple of days afterwards, the army rolled in and all these energy workers from all over the state and interstate. There was just people everywhere, really, because some of the energy workers I know come from northern New South Wales. That was fantastic that you know that people from other areas can actually come and give you some help, because we're fairly small communities, don't have the big numbers of resources and that sort of thing. So just getting people power, just getting more professional people and that sort of thing on the ground, because sometimes a lot of areas really struggle to get professional people in. So continue on with your studies, get out here and help.
See, it was just so great to see everyone out and about doing things. And so now we have an in-studio interview with Nathan Riggir, who's the manager of the Maker Space at UOW.
So welcome to the studio, Nathan. Very eager to do this interview. So I believe Nicola has the first question.
Yeah, so it's been a big thing around the uni for ages and everyone's been so excited to see what it is. So what actually is the Makerspace?
That's a good question. It's been a challenge to sort of explain that to people, but I think once we actually do, they sort of get an understanding of what it is. So the Makerspace is a creative space that we see students coming into, being collaborative, working on their designs, prototype, using some of the tools and technologies that they don't normally get their hands on, just to bring their ideas to life, essentially. It's a bit of a community as well, so the makers community, like-minded individuals sort of just creating things. That's essentially what it is.
How did this idea come about? Because it's certainly something unique to this campus. I don't really know much an area that has this sort of the facility. So how did this idea come about?
This has been popular over the last couple of years, especially in America. So the Maker Space, or Creative Space, or Hacker Space is actually what they're called, has stemmed from there for a couple of years. So this whole project was, I think it's part of 2015, the UOW execs sort of got together and thought of new ways to deliver learning through the spaces. So that's essentially where this has come from. I've been on this project, so project lead for the library for the last year. So there was a project team that we were involved in doing research on what else is out there, all through to equipment. So we collaborated with a few student clubs, a few students as well, just in a casual setting where we just have a chat about technology. And yeah, over the last year, it's sort of just all that put together into what you see today.
So I guess as manager, it'd be a pretty busy year for you.
Very busy, yeah. Yeah, so leading the project team while still doing my regular job in the library, so emerging technologies librarian, so still maintaining all the systems, but then very much pushing this project. It was set to launch autumn 2017, so we're still within that time frame.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's been a lot of work.
I noticed when we walked through, we actually saw the virtual, we saw everything, but something that stood out to me personally, and you were pretty stoked with it as well, was the virtual reality room
Yes.
and that sort of creative space there. Can you tell me what the process is going to be like for students using that area?
So we see the space being bookable, so there's a dedicated room in there for it's called the VR zone. So we see that being booked out in half an hour increments. So students will just go online to the Makerspace page, book out that space for, might be a maximum of 2 hours. We need to work that out. Students will then have access to jump on the VR. So we have Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, plus we have some Samsung VR as well. Google Cardboard, so the simple ones that you just put on your face.
Yeah.
So that's how we see that space working. So that space also doubles as a video recording studio. So we have green screens, lighting rigs and GoPro cameras that we see students just coming in and doing videos, essentially like this.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so what can the VR room actually be used for? Like, what can it do? And
So we have a 65-inch TV on the wall, as you saw when you walk through. We'll have a dedicated Alienware machine in there that will run the VR. So you could just jump on, and there's a lot of free games or applications that come with Oculus Rift. So you could just jump on, start to explore the virtual environments within that space. You could also book it out for video recording. So if you're doing a presentation or something to aid your assignments, you can come and shoot with the green screen, put a background in there, edit it yourself within the space, and just, I don't know, improve your assignments or put another spin on your assignments, you could say. What else you could do in that space?
It's really anything related.
Yeah,
It's such a variety of things there. And this could really do a job for like networking, because that's sort of the thing that we sort of get put into our brains here at uni is you got to network, got to make connections and things like that, because it's not just a camera area. So I just think that's going to be really beneficial for everyone involved. So what's the future looking like for the Makerspace?
Bright. Very bright at the moment. We still haven't launched. We're looking at that in the next couple of weeks. We'll do a soft launch so students can come in and sort of see the space. But we've helped create a Makerspace club on campus. So these are a group of like-minded individuals that are interested in making things. So they have also helped the project team to come up with ideas about the space. So they've been created. That club's been created for that. They've reached out and spoken to Mechatronics Club, Medieval Club, Women in STEM. So we've had a lot of interest from other clubs on the tools and the equipment that we have in that space. So I can see once we launch, everyone's going to be excited. Everyone's going to be in there. As you mentioned before, we're trying to harness that community. So then it'll be a social community as well. So we'll have different clubs coming in to run workshops to benefit all students. So everyone's welcome to that space. You don't have to be a member of any of the clubs to be a part of that space. You can just come walking in and get your hands dirty, as
That's
they
awesome.
say.
That's the dream. So thank you very much for coming in the studio and having an interview with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
It was
it. Thank you.
wonderful.
So the next segment's going to be food for thought.
Hey guys, welcome to our third segment of Food for Thought. Yeah, so this is a segment where we teach you how to do very nutritional but also very cheap foods. So today we're going to make really simple sweet potato fries. Yeah, so we'll just get started and we'll talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. So we've just pre-cut some sweet potatoes. Then you're going to add some oil. It's just going to make it a little bit more crunchy. Now we're using olive oil, but you can use whichever oil you want. Like you can use the spray coconut oil, that's really nice as well. And you just want to coat the sweet potatoes. Okay, and then you can choose whatever spices you want. You can even leave it like this if you want, but we've just got some various spices that we found. First one we have is just oregano. Yeah, I mean it does taste really sweet on its own anyway. One thing we forgot to mention is that I'm Roselli and this is Georgie. We're both nutrition and dietetics students, in case you're wondering. So yeah, add any spices you want, any herbs. Just go crazy with it. Not too crazy, right? Yeah. So the benefits of sweet potatoes. There's plenty of benefits. There's normal potatoes, right? Yeah, sweet potatoes, obviously because of the orange colour, they're very high in vitamin A in the form beta-carotene. Yeah, very high in vitamin A, also high in vitamin C, which a lot of people don't know. And they're high in dietary fibre as well. Yeah. So yeah, they'll help your digestive system and keep you fuller for longer. Yeah, so don't know, I would even add this, I know some people don't do it, but I would even add this to like a salad I'm making. Like, yeah, you can always feel it, you know, you're providing nutrition and it keeps you feeling full for longer. Like, honestly, sometimes I'm halfway through a lecture and I get so hungry. Like, I'm always eating and like, I don't know.
Yeah, and these are like, if you just make them and bring them to uni, like they're so easy to snack on, really easy to carry.
Yeah.
They're not going to, I mean, if they do spill in your bag, but it's not like you spilt like some sauce or something in your bag and it's hard to clean. But
Yeah, absolutely. So after we add the salt and pepper, we're just going to add some garlic powder. Like, I love garlic powder. I think Jodie does as well. It's really nice. Just don't go too overboard with it. I think that's the trick. Super simple. All we're going to do is set our oven to...
set it to 180 to 200, just depending on how strong your oven is and everything, what type of oven. But yeah, 180 to 200 should be fine. Should take around 30-35 minutes. Also depends on how big you cut the sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
The bigger you cut them, the longer they'll take. But at around the half an hour mark, just go check on them, make sure they're not burnt or anything.
Yeah, you can also like, once you check them halfway through, you can also turn them around. Like, that's something.
Yeah, if you want it to be like evenly cooked on both sides.
But they're so small, they'll cook anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like completely up to you. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Yeah. So they're going to be crunchy. They're going to be super flavorful, and yeah, I hope you like it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching the next, I guess, segment of Food for Thought. Yeah, so keep tuned and you can see what other recipes we come up with.
Yeah.
Something always cheap and something always nutritious for you guys. So we'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
That looks really yum. I love sweet potato chips.
Yum, yeah.
They're really in at the moment. Our next segment is backed by popular demand. The boys are back in town. Some say it's educational, some say it's informational, and we sure as hell know it is emotional. It is In the Mist.
Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Woody Harrelson, the Munstars, LeBron James, Air Bud, all basketball legends. Would I, Riley Jones, be able to get my name in the Basketball Hall of Greats? I tried out for the UOW Uni Games basketball team to find out.
So we're down here, the UOW basketball courts. We're here to play some free play basketball and have a go. Let's get it cracking.
After a sufficient amount of practice, I decided it was time to head to the game. After a total lack of fitness and understanding of the rules stood in my path, I thought it might be best if I asked the other players how they were going.
I think that's plenty of footage. Alright, welcome. I'm here with Waylon. Waylon, what do you think's good about the uni games?
Oh, social life. I love getting out, meeting new people, having a bit of fun playing sport. It's golden.
Oh, you're not tired?
Not really, just a bit sweaty.
Jesus Christ, I am. Poop. So how do you think you're going in the trials?
Oh, I'm not really trialing for basketball, but I'm having a bit of fun here playing. Everyone else seems to be really good, so I think I'll do well at the uni games.
First off, how do you think it went today?
So today went pretty well. We had a turnout of about 21 people of mixed talents, which was great to see given the holidays. And looks like we'll be pretty competitive for the games.
Alright, yeah, so yeah, Do you think there's going to be a good squad this year?
Yeah, I think we're likely to place a medal in the top 3 and
good.
head up to the Australian Games for both men's and women's.
Perfect. And so you think this promotes like a healthy living campus?
Absolutely. University of Wollongong is kind of heralded as one of the best campuses because of swim life, so pioneers a bit of it as well.
So you think this a good way to get people to play the free sport on campus as well? Or?
No, but it at least gets people engaged.
Perfect. All right, thank you.
So how do you feel that went?
Terrible, I think. I'm very unfit. I'm here to buy a lemonade icy pole. Ooh, frosty fruits. So that brings the end of my trial to the uni game basketball after 5 minutes of running and complete exhaustion. It's going down. If you think about getting involved, I would recommend coming down. They're very open to anyone playing, even those at very low level skills like myself. So come down and get involved. Thank you. And that's a slam dunk.
Wow, Riley, man. Riley, I want to have an interview with Riley next week in studio asking about his NBA career. I want to find out.
He's just one of a kind, isn't he?
I want to find out where he'll be ranking on the draft. I reckon #1 pick. For about 17th
I'm just so
round.
surprised that he didn't have a portable stool with him the whole time to actually get up there to
Hit those slam dunks, right?
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to comment on Riley's basketball skills or anything else, just use the hashtag TBA. This brings us to the end of our show.
Yeah. So like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.